but I use them interchangeably and just let my facial expression dictate which one I'm saying. Besides, what are needs?
Headphones.
Oh shoot, I didn't start Twitch.
Well, it's alright, I don't think Naomi's awake.
I find this possible. Can you plug it in?
E.
Thanks.
Ooh.
Oh, bother.
I can get it.
Thank you. Can I tell you how great my day has been?
Okay, so we are going to be continuing and hopefully finishing Treasure in the Royal Tower.
Yeah.
And hopefully we won't have to suffer through much more of Professor Hotchkiss's ramblings.
Yeah. Basically, it should end soon, even though it should have ended like a couple hours ago, because we've known who the bad guy is for about that long. Still better than the island one.
I've actually been so fixated on Professor Hotchkiss being so horrible that I completely forgot that we already know who did it.
Yeah. I am like partially out of frame, and I don't know how to fix that without decapitating my knees.
I moved the camera a bit.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So what are we doing? Oh, you have to look in the keyhole with the green thing?
Yes. Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. That's on the second story.
I wonder who started calling them stories instead of floors, and also who decided that elevators get to make up their own numbering system. Like, I need to know what a star is. Okay, what symbols?
Right arrow.
But
snowflake.
Where does it go?
In the middle.
It doesn't fit in the middle. There was something missing here.
No, there wasn't.
Bleep you. Arrow, snowflake. Okay. And that tells us... Oh, that's a bad word. Nothing. Sorry, when I'm super tired, apparently my brain just... auto-prompt... You know when you're typing and your phone is like, hey, would you like to use this word next, even though you've never used it before when typing? Well, that's kind of what my brain does when I'm tired.
Yeah. So the question is, what on earth are we supposed to do with those symbols?
Murder someone with that.
Because I don't remember ever having seen them.
No, these symbols aren't anywhere in the game so far. I don't know, like, did we miss something in the tower?
I don't think so.
Hey there, Nancy.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
I think we're at that fun
Alrighty
point
then.
of the game where every time we talk to somebody, they're going to say hello and we're going to say goodbye.
Nancy, I heard you got locked out. You could have frozen to death. So, what was Dexter hiding out there?
Too bad I didn't find anything.
Good thing I'm not the type to let frostbite interfere with my love of trespassing, huh? Too bad I didn't
Nancy
find
is such
anything.
a little weirdo.
I thought for sure I was onto something. I still
thought
think
for
Dexter's shady.
sure.
I'd keep an eye on him if I were you.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Later, Nancy.
Maybe we have to talk to the Frenchman.
Jacques. Cracks me up when they give people the most stereotypical names.
Look, keep the stupid medallion. It's yours.
Keep the stupid medallion, it's yours.
I like him. He's psychotic. Well, I think we did everything.
Yeah, I can try going back into the,
Tower?
yeah.
Who knows? Maybe now that we've looked at the stuff. Did you start recording?
Ah, heck.
I feel bad for anyone who was blindsided by the CW's Nancy Drew being stupid. Because I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't get it with Nancy Drew. I got that wake-up call years ago, but
Yeah, I mean, admittedly...
as soon as they were like, we're making a Nancy Drew series, and I'm like, cool, with the CW. Oh, no. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, admittedly, I'm sure there are plenty of people who are into Nancy Drew, but not into superhero stuff. And therefore would not have the pre-existing impression of the CW being incompetent fools.
Yeah. Because honestly, I feel bad for them. Because there was no way on this earth that Nancy Drew by the CW was going to be good.
Yeah, no.
They just take the names of characters and then make, I don't know.
Like, they're bad at writing in general, but they're especially bad at writing women.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm Supergirl. And I'm good at stuff. Except like normal stuff that everyone is good at. But I can fly. And I can hit things that are heavy. So that makes me a strong female character. And I think that's beautiful.
And on top of that, they wrote all the men like they typically write the women.
Yeah, they're like, I figured it out. We just flip it. We make her bland and stupid and make them whiny and stupid. Did we do it? Have we achieved equality?
Oh, come on. It really didn't save.
Excuse me. I heard some people defending the Hardy Boys one, though, where they were like, but they did a good job with the Hardy Boys, and I'm like, we'll agree to disagree.
Did they
I
make
have
a Hardy
seen
Boys thing?
There's a Hardy Boys series. I don't know if it's done by the CW, but there is a Hardy Boys series where Frank is in his late teens and Joe looks like he's 10 years old.
Oh, gosh.
All I needed to do was see that and go, you know what? It's not that I'm against changing things. It's that when you change certain things, I don't think it's unfair of me to assume that you just don't know anything about the source material, and this is going to be kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Do you have to do that again? Okay. Not get them around. Oh, put those on?
Well, apparently it'll actually let me do that this time.
Well, the lucky thing is that there are only so many combinations. Oh, I bet we were supposed to combine the symbols that we saw in each of them and get, like, some nonsense. No, keep doing it. Like, keep doing it this way. There are only so many combinations for 3 things in 3 positions. We eventually have to come to the right one. Just keep track of what you're doing. Are you keeping track or are you doing this at random?
I think, keeping track. Wait. Oh, I think that's just a graphics bug.
I'm gonna
Looks
check
like
to
a
see if this is
keyhole
one of
of
those
some
puzzles
sorts.
where we're not allowed to solve it until Nancy looks at a sheet of paper. That
Well,
happens
no, we need
sometimes.
something that fits into the middle is the problem.
Do we, though?
Looks like a keyhole of some sorts.
Yeah, because when I press the middle one, she says, looks like that's a keyhole of some sorts.
No, stay there, stay there.
But we obviously don't have what we need.
Yeah, well, do you know where you're going?
Do you?
Yes. Oh, we have to go talk to Professor Oscus.
That's what I was worried about.
Because we need to get her to translate the French that we read. Or wait, did she already
We
do
already... Yeah, we
that
already...
we read through the window?
Yeah.
Talk to her anyway.
Does it say anything else?
If it's been a full day, she will have translated the journal too.
Yeah, she did that as well.
Remember to look for Marie's decoder, that the professor. That is the entire sentence. Remember to look for Marie's decoder, that the professor.
She did say something about a decoder.
It's
So I'm wondering
important
if
that
we
you
have
pick up
to...
and read the decoder.
Yeah, I'm guessing that we have to...
We have to go into her room.
Yeah. Which, I mean, means we
You
don't
may
have to
miss
speak
it.
to her.
Look on the desk near her typewriter. It's a small card near her eyeglasses. See, that's what I don't like. I don't like these pixel searchy things. It's like, if I wanted to play a picture search game, I'd play that, like, June's Journey or
I don't
whatever
think
it
this is so much a pixel search thing as much as it is a... You have to...
It's locked.
You can only go in during...
that you have to psychically determine where you're supposed to be at what time.
Yeah. And, like, don't get me wrong, if I was a kid, this would be really fun. But I don't fancy spending hours wandering these halls looking for the tiny little card that I missed.
See, that's part of the problem with playing old games, is that old games are very often made assuming that it's the only game you own.
Yep.
And so, you know,
There's a
time
lot of
wasters aren't
huge-
as bad then.
Right, like if this is the only... It's kind of like... Oh, you're gonna give me grief. I would never have played Myst, if I had had better options as a kid. Is this it? No, it's by her by her glasses. Oh. Honor is blue, courage is red, loyalty is green. I'm
Did
not
you
gonna-
write that?
I'll write it down, but I don't care.
I feel like that's going to be
Honor, blue, courage, red, loyalty, green, which, like, if you've ever been in a martial art, this is not new news. There we go.
Oh my gosh, it really
I think
is
I
a
see what the
small...
symbols in the stained glass mean now.
So,
Let's see.
so we could have
Purple
solved
rose,
it, but the
whole
problem, did I
diamond,
not
queen.
psychically
Where have I
predict
seen
this?
a
Did
purple
I not
rose?
say,
And
is
what's
this
a
going to be one of
diamond
those
key?
puzzles where we could solve it, but Nancy hasn't looked at a piece of paper yet? There's so many of those, and I'm not a fan.
So
Because it takes you out of the mystery. Like, you aren't a detective anymore. You're just trying to start new cutscenes. If I figure out a mystery with just the things that I have, and it's, like, not sufficient, but it's enough to solve the puzzle anyway, I'm
Anyway,
mad.
she said something about a purple rose.
Yeah, but
which-
loyalty is the saint's sign. Oh, the little thing that's on, like, the football. I know.
Yeah,
lots.
no, I know what you're talking
Where
about.
is loyalty? We don't have any of the others, so honor and courage aren't on there. Oh. Honor, I can't see it from this angle.
Oh! Honor, is,
Courage looks kind of like an upside down trident.
yeah. And honor is a diamond with a stick.
A diamond with a stick.
It's connected.
Okay.
And just sort of an outside tracing. Yeah, sure. We'll be able to figure it out.
Okay.
But I was right, it was important. Also, purple rose.
Well, yeah, because when she said, "I wonder why that's important. Where have I seen a purple rose before?" It's supposed to lead you to that room where she's in a painting with the tower room, Peter.
There's
The painting of
somewhere
her-
else.
It's in
But-
the tower room.
Okay.
In the tower room is where we have the painting of the purple rose. And we could have solved it because we knew how to play the piano. We didn't need that sheet of paper.
Yeah.
Bitter.
What were we talking about before?
It's locked.
Oh,
How
come
the
on,
CW
Nancy.
ruins things, and I don't need to watch the Hardy Boys regardless of who made it. Because if you change something like that, I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that you're not a competent writer. Or at the very least that you have no respect for the source material. Also, I'm sorry, but I'm going to assume that if one of your lead characters is a little boy, I'm going to assume that he's going to flirt with teenage girls and or adult girls, because Hollywood is run by a bunch of pervy old men. And, like, I'm so over that. It's not comfortable. I hate it. It kind of
Yeah.
ruins Sister Sister. I love Sister Sister. Except for those moments. There are like a couple other things too where it's like you didn't need that. But I'm so sick of little boys flirting. It's not a cute look. And so if one of your main characters in what looks like a romantic drama is a little boy,
But no, we were, I just remembered, we were talking about games being designed to waste your time because
yeah.
they were made with the idea that they would be
Which is basically
only
what
game.
Myst was for me for a while. You know, when you're too old to play Lloyd anymore. And so during that half hour where we could play games on the weekends, yeah, I played a significant amount of Myst, given that I had no real interest in, like, the settings and whatnot. And, oh hey! Guess who's here? Hi!
Cool. But yeah, no, like, I'll admit that it's a bit frustrating for me because, like, Riven specifically, there are several puzzles where I will cheat.
Good job.
Just because I can't really be bothered to wander aimlessly around. For a long period of time, but
And that's kind of my thing. Like, when people were upset with me for voicing the opinion that there is not a game that wouldn't be improved by adding skippable dialogue, and I'm like, look, you know, if I am playing a
I
game...
need something to pry these
oh
tiles.
gosh, Nancy.
Oh, Nancy. Destroying historical artwork since 1920.
Okay. Now, what's the color of loyalty?
Green. The upside down trident is red. The other one is, you guessed it, the last one. And now it's a key. I'd love it so much if turning the key turned the entire tower that you were in.
Diamond.
Woo! Will you look at that sparkly rock? And me
Oh,
without my
Sparkly rock.
Hi, Lisa. How did you get in here?
I followed you, of course. Turns out a nosy, goody two-shoes detective is good to have around after all. Now why don't you toss me that big honkin' diamond so I can blow this popsicle stand and never set foot in lame-o Wisconsin again?
Oh my gosh, she is
Lisa,
10.
You must be kidding me.
Yeah.
This diamond belongs in a
They
museum
wrote
in
her as a
France.
10-year-old.
Yeah? Well, I belong in the lap of luxury, and that diamond's gonna get me there. Hasn't anybody ever told you to mind your own business?
Oh,
A lot,
many
actually.
times.
Well, maybe this time you'll learn.
My eyes!
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh.
My eyes.
Don't worry. My spicy devil villain venom won't
Oh
last
no.
The
long.
heck?
By the time you get your
No.
eyes back, you'll have missed my grand exit.
No. Oh, but we get to chat with her, so that's fun.
So you're the one who trapped me in the elevator.
Ooh, you are smarty pants. But let's not
Oh
forget
my
about your little
gosh.
frostbite incident.
She's
I'm the rotten friend
literally
who
a
locked you
middle
outside
school
too, you know?
bully.
Just trying to keep you on your toes, Nancy. Didn't want you to get soft on your
Not
vacation.
even middle school, actually. Middle schoolers are more vicious than she is. She is an elementary bully. Also, she's
Why did
closer
you
to the
leave the
diamond
shop's
than we are. Why
medallion
did
at
she, like,
Hotchkiss's
toss me
room?
the diamond?
Yeah.
And Hotchkiss's medallion out in the shed.
To spread suspicion around, of course. You know, to play with your mind. Plus,
my
I was at a dead
gosh.
end. I got the two
This
messages
is
from the stained glass
bad.
window, but then what? I
The
knew you would
people
figure
who
it out.
think this
So
is
I
one of the
decided to
best
put the
games
medallions
have
in your
serious
hands and let you
nostalgia
lead the way.
goggles.
Yeah.
Which I get. I have that for a couple of games, but this is... Ugh.
Why did you have to vandalize that beautiful
Why did you have to vandalize that beautiful
I don't know,
library?
Nancy. Why did
Just
you
a little
vandalize
translation
this
mix-up.
tower?
When I read the message from Hotchkiss's medallion, I thought it meant Diamond of Misery in the library. Whoops. Guess I went a little overboard looking for it in there. Anyway, enough with the questions, Nancy. You'll just have to read the rest in the papers.
Oh, press the
I've
button.
gotta stop her.
We murdered her!
Help! Get me out of here! It stinks down here. Ugh, ugh, it's all moldy. Darn you, Nancy Drew.
I
You're
love
the
it.
worst friend a diamond
It's-
thief could ever have.
Oh my gosh! I hate it!
Dear Dad, to think I almost became friends with a diamond.
No!
We never almost became friends with her.
Internet's journal and her famous diamond.
We were
saved
always
her.
at odds with the
journal, the
weirdo.
diamond, and the medallions are all going to be featured in a new Marie
Oh my
Antoinette
gosh.
exhibit in Paris.
Oh
And it looks
man,
like
I know
everyone
this
will
is
be
one of the
rewarded.
early games.
Except Lisa, of course. First, she missed her plane to Rio, and now she's going to be charged with attempted grand theft. Professor Hotchkiss is thrilled because a French
This is really
government has granted
embarrassing.
her permission to
I
publish
don't
Marie's
love
journal in
this.
the U.S. before it gets returned to France. This ought to help prove her theory about Marie's
I mean,
character
like,
once and for all. Thanks to
It,
Jacques
it's one
and
of
his
those, is it so
great-grandfather's
bad
efforts
that
to
it's
find the
good, or
journal,
is it just
the
so
Renee
bad
name
that
is
it's
being
embarrassing?
celebrated all over France. In the meantime, Jacques and Isabel have eloped. It's so romantic.
Nothing
I bet
will
you the
top
that Ezra Wickford wrote
Midnight
it,
in
and he was
Salem for
really
so bad it's good.
Didn't carry any hard feelings to his grave. All the talk shows
Ah,
want Dexter to
yeah.
tell his story on national television, but he keeps turning them down.
It's
I
just...
guess he doesn't want to be famous or infamous. But when Christy
It's
Lane
tad
called and asked
embarrassing.
Dexter to be her business partner, he accepted.
And I love that instead of being like, ah, I broke my legs, shattered them by falling a full story onto hard concrete, or ah, you caught me and I'm going to jail.
Also, do you remember how slowly those things would retract before? We had to wait through like half a minute long audio clip.
Yeah. Like,
What
I
was
can
she
only-
doing? Just standing on the step and didn't realize what was happening?
Well, no, what she did is she stood there, realized what was happening, sat down, maneuvered herself over, made sure that she was holding on to the edge of the stairs, slowly lowered herself down.
Well, yeah,
drop
that's
down.
true. If the step got pulled out from under her, she would have hit her head on something.
Oh, yeah.
Also, if like it retracted and she slipped, she would have hit her head on something.
Yes, like there is no way that her biggest problem right now is, ew, it's like icky down here.
Oh my gosh,
and
that
it
was so bad.
smells bad. I want to believe that there were no women involved in writing this.
Well, let's see.
These are the voice actors.
Well, we can wait for it to loop back.
So we need to just wait to find out who to be mad at about this mess of a... It's... Okay, I will say that the people who say that this is their favorite game often cite other games that are, like, also not written well as their favorites. Because some people literally don't care about mystery. They're not in Nancy Drew for the mystery or for the characters or for anything like that. They are literally only there for the atmosphere. And it has a
This
decent
did
atmosphere.
not have enough atmosphere to make up for director, one man, art directors, one woman, and one man.
are
Script
the-
writer, Aaron with the female
So-
spelling.
We're gonna blame her.
President Megan.
So it's a good mix. I'm not gonna... we can't blame the patriarchy for this one. But I am going to say that they should be embarrassed.
Owie.
Because I always rate... See, I rate these games as to at what age I think it would be appropriate for my niece to play it. And, I don't know how to rate this. Because by the time she's old enough to be able to solve the puzzles, she will be old enough to know how stupid the dialogue is. So I don't know what age group this is for.
Yeah.
I'll put it at like +7 just because it's not like there's anything in it that's...
Okay, so despite some of the environments being cool,
Like, this has bumped
This-
itself all the way down below Secrets Can Kill for me. Because at least Secrets Can Kill had kind of an interesting...
Yeah, honestly, I agree.
But I will say that I remember that Stay Tuned for Danger was kind of stupid too. And at least this one was prettier to look at.
Yeah, this area had... This game had, like, areas that I enjoyed. And
Yeah.
that I really vibed
And did
with.
we never, like, I wasn't paying a lot of attention because they completely uninvested me in the game, but, like, did we never loop back to the caretaker? Did he never say that anything
Oh,
good
he
happened?
became business partners with the owner of the castle.
I do that thing where you, like, make that noise with your mouth and then go like this, but, like, there's a pandemic.
So, do you want to start the next game now, or should we call it for today?
We can start the next one, I guess. And why wouldn't you play Nancy Drew? Why would you play Nancy Drew if you aren't into mystery? I don't understand either. I think it's because there just aren't a ton of point-and-click adventure games.
The
And
Nancy
so-
Drew games fall into the category, albeit slightly loosely, of Myst-like.
Yeah, and so
And
for the
there
people
really
who like...
aren't that many good games
No.
in that genre.
There really aren't, and I will say
It's-
that Her Interactive makes... Bearing in mind that no one else is making these, they make some of the best. These are some of the best games you will play in this category. That it doesn't mean that they're all good, or that even the majority of them are well written. It does, however, mean that there's a very limited amount. So you get a lot of people who just aren't really that into mysteries playing Nancy Drew games. And I realized that when I was arguing which ones were my favorites, and people were a little bit confused. And I was like, I need the writing to be good. And they're like, oh, I don't care. The setting was so beautiful. And I was like, yeah, that's great, but when I'm playing Legend of the Crystal Skull, I really don't care how pretty the graveyard is. I want the story to be compelling.
And
Actually-
as usual, I'm somewhere in the middle.
And speaking of which, what game are we installing?
The final scene. If it'll let me.
Great.
I'm gonna quick restart the computer and see if that fixes anything.
I'm gonna check my notes. These first few games, they are going to be rough. That doesn't mean that they're all bad. Like, we're going to reserve bad for some games that are coming up. But they're rough. They're works in progress that never quite got finished. I know I played this game before. I have no idea where my notes are.
Maybe they're in a different notebook.
No, I did everything specifically in this notebook so that I'd finally have like one notebook.
Maybe this is one of the games you just straight up cheated on.
I did cheat on a lot, but just because I found it. No, you want to know what my notes are? Do you want a preview for the game?
No.
All of my notes are phone numbers, and that is like almost the entire sheet. I also wrote down talk, blah, blah, blah. All spades for no reason. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
All spades for no reason.
Oh, and then I started writing from that song. That words, words, words. I'm so sick of words from My Fair Lady. So brace yourself, we're in for a talkie. It's going to be dialogue heavy.
Dialogue.
No, we're gonna not do that.
Dialogue.
I remember spending most of the game angrily trying to get what's it called? Trying to prompt the next event.
Trigger the next event.
There we go. Like most Bethesda games.
JoeChair.f.
Okay.
One of the file names.
I wrote down for the negatives: navigation, too much talking, unintuitive, dumb cops, boring. And for the positives, all I had to say that was nice was beautiful and some logic. So, this should be good. But admittedly, some of these games are more fun if you play them with other people.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to like mysteries like this, I usually enjoy them a bit more if I'm doing it with someone else.
Oh yeah.
As long as there is enough to the mystery to, tragically I do remember who did it, but I also literally don't remember why. So that either means that I'll get to have a fun experience of, oh man, why did bad guy do bad thing? Or it means that it didn't make any sense. It could go either way.
Yeah, so just to reiterate, Deb has already played most of these games recently. So unlike the previous game, she's going to have more of, like, she's going to know more of what's going on.
I will. There's only one more game that I have not replayed within, like, the past 2 years, and that's not until towards the end.
I think a female did it. But that's as much as I can say about this game.
Well, I don't even want to... By the way, don't look at my notes, because for one of the characters... So I write down the list of characters because I'm kind of bad with names, and then I'll write down a little blurb after them. Like for... I won't pick a game we've already played, so I'm not ruining anything. For Secrets Can Kill, I wrote Jake Rogers dead. Connie, dated, Jay, Hal, Pressure, Grades, Hector, Jerk, Daryl, Soda Boy. And
Soda
for this
Boy.
one of the... I have a few things listed for... Like, one thing listed for each character, and for one of the characters, all I wrote was obviously bad. So,
What?
I think I'm hearing it through those. Oh no, wait, I can vaguely hear it. If I hold both of them together to one ear, I can hear it.
Is...
That made it a little louder.
Okay.
But I have played this before, so it doesn't make as much of a difference to me.
Oh wait,
New game!
Welcome!
But seriously, I wrote down 1, 2, 3,
Oh, hey,
4,
they,
5, 6,
they finally
7,
got rid
8,
of
9,
Master
10,
Detective.
11, 12. I wrote down 13 phone numbers for this game,
Fun.
just to give you a sense.
Dear Bess, remember Maya Wynn from high school?
No.
I'm visiting her in
No.
St. Louis. We have tickets to tonight's premiere of the new Brady Armstrong movie, Vanishing Destiny. It's the last screening ever at the Royal Palladium. This place has been a landmark for almost a century, and now in just 3 days, it's going to be demolished. I wish I could have seen the theater back in the 20s before it was turned into a movie house. All the great magicians performed here, even Harry Houdini. There's a lot of public opposition to the loss of this historic building. Rumor has it local activists are planning to stage a big protest out front tonight. The theater will be closed when we arrive, but they'll let us in since Maya is covering the story for the university newspaper. Oh boy, a press pass sure does come in handy. Maya told me she has an interesting lead, and we're on our way to interview Brady Armstrong about the controversy now. I know he's one of your favorite stars. Stay tuned. Maya always gets the full scoop. Talk to you soon.
I wrote
Love,
down
Nancy.
his name is Bradley in my notes. Just so you know how important I felt the names were.
Okay, Nancy, here I go. There's a story behind this door.
Go get him, Scoop.
Yeah, I do
Meet you in
seem
the lobby.
to recall the voice acting in this game being subpar.
Is this thing on?
Well, I mean, as long as we don't
I
have
think
any
I'll go check out the
10-year-olds.
snacks.
I think I'll go check out the snacks. That's a normal thing to say to yourself.
That sounds like Maya. Help! Nancy!
Oh no, not her. Go back.
Second thought, that sounds like somebody else. Tickle, tickle. Ring, ring. I'd love it if you answered it and she was like, ah!
Listen carefully. If they knock the theater down, a girl goes with it.
What? Who is this? Hello? Hello? You'll never get away with this. Do you hear me?
It's obviously not him. Why do we have to...
You're
Commits
messing
to
with the
being
wrong
insane,
girls,
Peter.
whoever you are. She's a reporter and I'm a detective, and we don't scare easy.
This is Joseph Hughes, the caretaker. I'm looking for Brady Armstrong. Said he'd be there. Who's this? And what's all the excitement?
My friend has disappeared from Brady's dressing room. I don't like the sound of that.
My friend has disappeared from Brady's dressing room. I heard her scream. I think she's been kidnapped.
Now, please try to calm down and tell me what's going on.
Oh my gosh.
Just in case you're wondering,
Stop
Nancy
being-
will spend the entirety of this game screaming at people.
Oh gosh.
So just kind of brace yourself. And I get that they were like, Nancy is upset and worried about her friend. And they were like, the only way we can convey this is for her to be like just freaking out at every moment. Because that's what detectives do. Just pick the shortest option in every case.
I'm Nancy. My friend Maya's gone, and I just received a threatening phone call from the kidnapper.
Whoa. They must have taken her through the secret passageway.
Whoa.
Smokes. And you're on an inside line. That call must have come from inside the building. We gotta act quick. You check out the secret passageway. I'll make sure all the exits are locked, and then I'll come find you.
I
Wait,
love
so
how
he
he's...
went through.
I love
They
how he
must have
said
gotten
whoa
kidnapped.
like a high...
Dressing rooms.
Whoa.
But since you're such
like
a
a high
Another
skater dude.
person
Said
got
it was
taken
signed
through our
autograph from yours
kidnapper
truly.
hole.
A rascally fan? What does that mean?
Means that the writers aren't that good yet. Just,
I'm not here for an autograph. My friend's been kidnapped.
that's what they all
Kidnapped?
say.
Maybe you better tell me what's going on here.
I just washed away day one. Did you see that? The
Oh.
clock said day one, and I just washed it away.
You're like, no, not day one. It is Nancy Drew time. I don't have time.
I don't have time to
Time to
explain.
The kidnapper may still be in the building. I need to search this room. Do you mind?
Sure thing. How can I help?
The caretaker was looking for you. See if you can help him.
Roger.
No, his name is Joseph. Rich people.
Somehow this music doesn't feel appropriate.
I literally can't hear the music. I can hear it a bit. No, like, I think that kind of like groovy jazz type music is just what you want to hear when your friend has been kidnapped.
Oh my gosh.
It's the wrong secret passageway, Peter. You're supposed to go through the other secret passageway. Every room has at least 10 secret passageways. This is Nancy Drew.
Man, if I were a billionaire,
If I were
I
a
would have-
billionaire, I'd go to the doctor.
well, if I were a billionaire, I'd fund, like, more Myst-like games, but, What?
I don't know, something about the sound effect.
It's locked.
For someone who's so blatant about, like, just not obeying laws.
Man, I just
He
I
sure
just
doesn't.
love this, like, copyright dodging Pink Panther theme. Snake was here. Caught. Or K loves tea.
Now where are we? I would give anything if we were back in the
I
same
may have to
room.
cut this short, Hal. Someone just climbed out of my wardrobe.
Can't you see I'm on the phone here?
To their credit, I think that was actually an intentionally hilarious line.
Yes.
I love the mental image of this. You come bursting through the wardrobe. My friend's been kidnapped!
And she's like, yeah, that's why we have these kidnapper tunnels everywhere. She's obviously not in here.
Has been
Keep going.
kidnapped.
Also,
Listen, sweetheart, I have a premiere tonight and no stylist for my star. So don't tell me about problems.
I love this because not only is it bad writing, but it's consistent. She never stops having this tone of voice through the whole game. They're consistent with their characters. It does not matter what has happened. They could be literally halfway in a pool of lava, and this is what they would be saying. Their characters are, like, etched into stone.
But this is an emergency. I said scram.
I don't care
Scram.
that there's blood dripping down off the walls. My premiere is happening. Do you
So
understand
this one
what
can open
premieres
without
are?
a lever.
Well, yeah, because, like, the lever was just there so that you'd notice that cool picture of an old dude. I love cool pictures of old dudes. This game is going to have a lot of things that you can look at, but that ultimately aren't important. I love plungers and sinks. Plungers and dirty, dirty sinks. She is definitely well deserving of her dismissive attitude. Because she is certainly a highfalutin, well respected. But aren't you excited you got to see her interactive mug?
Oh gosh. Oh goodness gravy.
Yeah, it's a thing. I like that you're acting as though you're going to find her. Your friend is dead, move on. See all that red on the wall? Her blood.
Gosh.
That sign, oddly enough, used to be green.
Oh,
Fun when you
creek.
can be like,
So this area is going to be involved in the climax because of that creek.
you would think so, wouldn't you? Actually, you would think that there's a climax, wouldn't you?
Oh, well, there's a second chance feature.
Clunk! I love clunks.
Pull the lever, Clunk. What clunked?
I don't know, check the backstage area.
But that should affect the front stage area.
Normally, yeah, but they have kidnapper tunnels in this place, so... Oh, wait.
Wait.
Did you see it?
Is it this?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Now we can lift box!
Through
Yay!
the power of simple machines.
I too went to elementary school. Pulleys.
Yes.
Whatnot.
A way of multiplying the amount of force you can put on something. Oh! We dropped the box on someone! Oh, no, it's just trapdoor.
For another kidnapper tunnel.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I imagine that this is what, you know, normal places are like. Now, I haven't been anywhere, because I have been trapped in my own kidnapper tunnel.
Well, we need to...
Oh, no. No.
What?
You need to solve it.
Do I have to get them in order? Or...
What do you
what
think
even
would
be
make
in
sense?
order?
What do you think would make sense here?
Get them all to be the same symbol?
Because I spent a very long time playing this, trying to figure out... What is this one called?
The final scene. So what symbol is on all of them? Star there. Da 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 da. A star is born.
Hercules. I too am a woman of culture.
I'm a woman of culture.
I know you are. But what am I?
I solved it, by the way.
Yeah, and that's why I wrote down all spades for no reason. Because I remembered it after I said it incredulously, that I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Because I spent forever looking around for clues for it, only to discover that there are no clues. You're just supposed to figure it out.
Yeah, that is kinda dumb.
Yes.
Just like this puzzle.
Yeah, have fun with this. I don't care much for these.
No. You don't say.
What I'm wondering though is like, is there some sort of... Are we supposed to be like, I've been to a club before, and so it's supposed to be clubs? Or I want to club...
They're
wait,
spades.
there's spades. That doesn't even make sense. So spades. I once neutered an animal, and so...
I'm cutting you off.
But it's funny, but right, like, you know what I mean? Like, when there's no logical explanation for something, why? You're just supposed to be like, of course. I wanted to look at spades. Spades are the coolest.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is, like, highly questionable. And yeah, once again, I can paint away.
And maybe there are spades in the theater somewhere and you're supposed to see it and be like, oh, I know what this is for. But like, as far as I'm concerned, that's a failure of the puzzle. Because if we aren't allowed to solve the one from the last game, where all it is 3 colors on 3 spaces, if we can't possibly figure that out without help.
Well, the problem is that it wouldn't let us zoom in on the
No, you.
painting. That was the problem with that one. Because we needed to get the keys.
Right. Yay! I got stuck
Oh
here
my
for
gosh.
Something's missing here.
Yeah, you're gonna have to look for stuff.
I won't have to redo this puzzle, will I? Okay, good.
See, I was going to say no, but then I was like, it's been a while. Couple months. There are cords everywhere.
Yes.
No. Anyway, look around.
That is what I'm doing. All the music, all the drama, all the laughs. Witness the wondrous spectacle that has all of New York abuzz.
Buzzy, buzzy.
Also looks like there's a trapdoor there.
Trapdoors
I
are
am
tight.
Mysterio.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up. Ha
You have to press play.
Again?
Find the ace of spades. Keep your eye on the card. Congratulations! You beat the magician. Don't forget to collect your winnings.
Haha.
Your audience will be dazzled.
Oh my gosh. I remember what this is important for.
The pooh.
I died so many times before cheating and finding out what
Your
this was used.
audience will be dazzled.
What?
Just remember that it causes fire. Nancy can make fire with her hands. This will be important later on.
Now, isn't it just a flint wheel and a piece of tissue paper?
No, it's magic, Peter. You got it from the magician.
I actually wouldn't mind having that. That'd be kind of cool to...
I do like fire.
Do you smell something burning? Ah.
Anyway, we have now addressed one of 2 clues that I wrote down. All spades for no reason. And then I wrote down 1 set of numbers that is not a phone number. And that is my entirety for the notes that I took for this game.
No, I'm gonna get lost.
You can't get lost in here. It's so flippin' easy. Like, there's nothing to this area. It's just lobby, and then whichever door you walk in. Yeah.
Oh, heist.
If you
Thought that
stay
was
on
like-
this floor and go through any door, you will either end up in the lobby. I should probably get the phone.
Out of service.
I'll be back.
Brady Armstrong in Vanishing Destiny. I love the acknowledgement animations.
No teeny boppers till showtime. House rules.
Teeny boppers.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh.
Aren't you here to worship at the screen of Brady Charmstrong?
Ugh. I may need a bucket.
Also, why is he talking about screen when this is a stage? Does he know what a stage production is? Actually, that's a good point. Is this a stage theater or is this a movie theater?
I think it's supposed to be both. But admittedly, like, that stage is way too small to be a stage theater. A burlesque theater, maybe.
The stage that are... If you're implying that he's a burlesque dancer, I love everything about the implication.
But you know, that sort of thing where the people aren't going to be moving a whole lot, like you don't have to, where it's not a play.
Yeah.
It's just performers. Who are you, his surly understudy? No. No.
I came to see the premiere if that's what you're after.
That is awfully antagonistic.
You are what you consume, and that movie's nothing but processed cheese. Every ticket sold is a vote for corporate cannibalism. And nobody cares now, but one day, abracadabra, we're gonna wake up in the United States of Generica. Who are you? And what's with the doom and gloom?
Oh my gosh, they hired a hipster. I'm very original because I wear camo shirts.
This is the
I wear
prototype
camo
for
shirts.
YouTube conspiracy theorists.
I'm 14 and this is deep.
Oh my gosh.
Wake up, America. Your TV shows stink. No, this is even worse.
I'm Nancy Drew. I think I need to call the police.
I'm Nancy Drew. I think I need to call...
What are you calling them for? A little taste of your tax dollars going bad?
Oh my
gosh.
I hate everything about... Well, you're a breath of optimism. What? No. Before you click anything, bear in mind, Nancy just witnessed, be it audibly, not visually, her friend being forcefully kidnapped and then disappearing. Perhaps she is dead. And she is just humoring the stupid hipster who's dressed like a wannabe hunter. He's doing guerrilla warfare in an old-timey theater. He's like, I hate the corporate world that creates stage plays. Too many people are watching stage plays instead of enjoying real entertainment. And Nancy's like, yeah, I've forgotten about Maya, to be honest. I'm much more interested in the United States of...
Genitals.
No! Generica.
Sorry. Generica. There you go.
Generica. Which, one, I do kind of love that, but also, no. But I do love that, like, this... I'm against the police and local theater.
Apparently it's a movie, though, so...
But still, it's bringing people into an old theater.
Yeah, I mean...
It's more like they have a problem with me.
Oh my gosh, dude.
What kind of a problem? Well,
what do you mean had it?
Does this have something to do with had it?
Haven't you heard? The battle is on. There's a human chain forming out front as we speak. But all that can
Oh,
wait.
the
It's obvious you got a
people
situation,
trying
so
to
what's up?
prevent demolishing the place.
My friend's been kidnapped. I've got to alert the police and start searching. Situation? Well, that's a delicate
My
word for
friend's been
kidnapping.
kidnapped. I've got to alert the police and then start searching this
Ah.
place.
Kidnapping? That's a high-profile tactic. Somebody means business. So what's the demands?
Kidnapping? Oh yeah, I mean, this place has all sorts of tunnels. I mean,
It happens
they
all the
could
time.
have taken her to
Anyway.
some place and been right where I'm standing, you know, just in like 10 minutes.
It's crazy. Anyway, I think the people who don't like camo did this. This feels like a thing that people who don't wear camo shirts would do. Just me, personally, my opinion.
Suddenly, Maya's fate is tied to this theater. They said that if it gets demolished, she'll go with it.
No kidding. That'll blast those bureaucrats and corporate bigwigs out of their dream world. Applause for the cause. We need all the help we can get.
Ugh.
What I love is that we're supposed to be a little sympathetic towards this sad excuse for a human being.
Oh my gosh. Both of these are terrible.
Excuse
I'll go with
me?
the short
We're
one.
talking about a girl's life here.
I'm sorry. I know you're upset, but they won't mess with your friend. They just took her for effect. It's called making a statement.
I know, because I did it.
Just go with the short one.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is just a pretend kidnapping. I never would have guessed.
Oh!
So real.
She'll be okay. Trust me.
The game made a pretty solid first impression with that original scene, but oof. Big oof.
It's gonna be rough. Buckle up.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not
just
about
short.
to take that chance.
Yeah.
If you need a phone, there's an outside line in the ticket booth.
Take a booth.
Take a booth.
That is quite a behind he's got on him.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know. It's just
That is
weirdly
riding awfully high.
wedgie pants. I also love that he's dorky enough to wear shorts that like look like that. But he's the serious dude who's like, I don't trust the police. This feels appropriate.
Excuse me?
Don't let the music catch you. You have to make the round music note go to
Yeah, I kinda got
press
that.
reset, you lost.
Okay.
Actually, how do you do this?
Is it just gonna keep playing these same measures?
These same measures are tight. I'll go up. 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 Maybe keep going to the right until you bring the note, and you can bring the note down. Okay. So that's what that does. Oh.
These rules seem inconsistent.
Yes. bring the note down at this point? Don't box you.
Oh my gosh. It's inconsistent.
Reset. Here. I'll try. No, I know. Boom.
Okay. Oh hey, and we have a gear for that thing.
Yay.
How handy of them to fill the machines with
Parts that we need for their mystery puzzle boxes. I agree. It's kind of nice of them to
Hey.
keep us in mind. You want to know a funny thing you can do? Look over the edge. Look over the edge. Popcorn.
Okay. Also, those look like gears.
Yeah, you'd think, wouldn't you? There was something that I missed in here. I can't remember if this is the place or not. Or if it's like a timed event. But eventually we will need to get something from this area and I will forget about it.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
Go the other way. Go up the other stairs. Through the doors.
Ah, there's a different colored one.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
This one's missing. I can't quite reach.
The power of fire.
Oh, that was good. That was good. By the way, if you click it twice, you'll fall over the edge.
Okay.
So don't click it twice.
This one's missing.
I also love how you can't zoom in on this, you have to press above the railing to look at it. That's intuitive. So we know where the other gear is or something like that.
The Nancy is too clumsy to reach it. It happens. You are technically missing something, but do you want to call the police? Like, there's more to do up there than just walk into... Like, it's connected. You
What?
could just walk up one set of stairs and keep going and reach the other
It wouldn't
side.
let me. Oh my gosh.
It's a door! A bull.
What?
You ever get the mad desire to just wash your hands with some, like...
There's someone in here.
You're the best detective.
I'm sorry, I saw movement at the side of the screen, and I was startled. Oh my gosh.
Naomi got it.
Look at that 3D model.
Yes.
The suspenders are just floating on top of him.
You must be Nancy. The worry's written all over your face. Well, I'm Joe. I started to look for you, but then I figured better to park myself and let you find me. Any trace of your friend?
A door, a bull. Uh-oh.
Thank you.
I I found the secret passageway all right, but no sign of Maya. I can't believe this is happening.
Well, what about calling the police? There's an outside line in the ticket booth.
That's a good idea.
Watch out there, Nancy. That projector's crumbling like a prehistoric cookie. Don't touch that projector, dear. It's a temperamental old beast.
So it is a movie
Lights.
theater. And I just love that this guy just so passionately
to the
hates movie theaters. Because they're destroying something, I guess. No, actually he's in favor of it because he wants it to keep running. But one of their best chances to get more revenue he hates because he doesn't ship Brady Armstrong with the character he's cast with. I can only assume that this is some angry fanboy.
There was
No.
a key here.
Projector housing key. We need to find that.
Or something.
I have to flip all the way to the beginning to exit out of this book.
Yeah, these early games are something else.
Okay, whatever that is.
It's a light bulb. Probably.
Looks like a pen with a tumor.
You know, sometimes pens have problems. I don't think it's fair of us to judge them for it. Yeah, or vacuum tube.
I've never gotten an answer on this. Is a incandescent bulb technically a vacuum tube?
You argue that if you fold a pizza in half, it's a sandwich. So
No,
like,
I don't. If you fold a pizza in half, you're a weirdo.
Look at the phone number
Oh,
lists above.
9.
Look at the... You'd think 911 would be the answer, but it is not. You need to call this... Yes. So you have to write down 1 billion phone numbers. 'Cause you never
What's
know
so
which...
wrong with 911?
911 would get you competent cops, and that is not what we're looking for in this game. We're looking for the St. Louis Police Department. That's 314.
Poop.
555 1422.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as
Oh,
dialed.
don't include the area
Check the
code.
number
It's a
and dial
local
again.
number. 555 1422. This is really just a tutorial on how to make phone calls.
You call 911 in a situation.
Police department.
Oh
I'm
my
calling
gosh.
to report a kidnapping.
Is the kidnapping in progress?
No.
Hold on, miss. I'll transfer you to the missing persons unit.
Missing persons, Sergeant Mac Ramsey speaking.
Yes.
Calling to report a kidnapping. No longer in progress.
And who am I speaking with, please?
My name is Nancy Drew.
Okay, Miss Drew. Now, did you witness this kidnapping?
No, but I heard it.
What exactly did you hear?
My friend went into a dressing room. I was out in the hall. And I heard her scream, so I went in after her, but she was gone.
When and where did this happen?
Just now, at the Royal Palladium Theater.
And what's your friend's name, Miss Drew?
Maya Wynn.
Can you spell that, please?
M-A-Y-A, last name N-G-U-Y-E-N.
Age?
19.
Physical description?
She's Asian American. I guess about 5'5", long black hair.
So you didn't actually witness anything, is that right?
I I heard her screaming, and I received a threatening phone call. That must count for something.
A threat. Can you describe the voice? Was it a man or a woman?
It was spooky. I think they were using some voice disguise device.
Yes. That'll make it impossible to tell the gender of the caller. Did you notice anything suspicious looking in the vicinity?
No, we
No.
won't.
No suspects. Any visible signs of struggle in the dressing room? Did your friend leave anything behind? Her purse? Anything that might have fallen out of her pockets?
I'm almost getting a Kronk vibe from this guy.
Does your friend work at the theater?
No, she's a
Buzz
student at
Lightyear.
Washington University.
Does your friend have any enemies?
Maya? I highly doubt it.
She's a journalist, of course she has enemies.
And what
She's
business
19.
did Maya have entering the theater dressing room?
She's a reporter
Interviewing
for the school paper. She was there to do an
celebrities.
interview.
Yes, but it's a mystery thing.
Have they
So.
been contacted?
They're in Vietnam this time of year. I don't know how to contact them.
I'll file this report. After 24 hours, if she hasn't turned up, we consider her a missing person and begin to investigate.
How can she turn up? She's been kidnapped.
Unlikely. With all the scuttlebutt around this demolition, this stinks of student prank.
A prank? But this building is going to be demolished in 72 hours. How can we afford to take that chance?
How do you mean?
The kidnapper must be holding her in the building, don't you think?
Unlikely. No competent kidnapper keeps their captive anywhere near the scene of the abduction.
No,
Is there anything else, Miss
keeps
Drew?
their captive.
Sergeant, I really don't think we can afford to wait 24 hours.
It's standard procedure, Mr. Unless you can provide us with some evidence that your friend was taken by force, it's 24 hours.
Oh
Thanks,
my
Sergeant.
gosh.
I'll call you back when I have the evidence.
You do that.
Bye.
No, just,
And in the
she
meantime,
said-
fire
when
your
he
literal
said-
cartoon character manning the phones.
She said sick burn on the St. Louis Police Department, by the way. When I said that, I did not mean the real St. Louis Police Department, but I know how they deal with this. They're like, so she screamed, cried for help, and then somebody called demanding a ransom. It sounds like they kidnapped her for a prank, so we're not gonna get involved for 24 hours.
Also, the implication that a prank would be any different from doing it for real.
Yeah, he didn't actually mean to kill her. It was part of a prank.
It's just a prank, bro!
He put it up on his YouTube channel. We cannot prosecute.
Oh gosh.
This is how YouTubers think the world works. It's
So what
very
do we
weird
do?
that they recorded themselves committing a crime, put it up on YouTube, and then the police are...
acted surprised when they got caught.
Yeah. So anyway, if you want, you can look at everything on the walls in here. It's very boring, and it's just a lot of old white guys.
Okay.
It's a joke, but, like, factual. And it doesn't actually provide anything interesting to the story, aside from being like, hi, this took place at a time.
A quarter.
Yay!
Also, they
We should
really
probably
need.
check the other side, because there's probably...
I can't get out.
There you go.
Oof.
That 24 hours thing is actually an urban legend from what I recall. It was concocted and perpetuated by Hollywood to make drama for their things, and the police have been trying to get the word out for a while that that is absolutely not a thing, and you can report people right away, please. Naomi is currently arguing that it was that way. She is maintaining her stance, so we're moving on.
Even,
Oh, now we're out here. There's gum under one of these seats. I'm just gonna say it.
It's
Just pixel search the whole area.
It's probably, the same as the Miranda rights. Cops are not required to read you your rights.
Yeah.
The one phone call thing is
You were
another
able to
similar
turn at
myth.
that point. Like, you missed an arrow.
Oh my gosh.
Navigation is bad. That was my first thing that I wrote down.
But no, like, the one phone call thing,
Yeah.
you can, like, depending upon how you act, you can either be denied phone calls altogether or be allowed as many phone calls as you need.
Yeah.
As you like. The one phone call thing is
There you go.
not a thing.
Oh, no, wait, we need some long thing. So until we get some long thing, I guess that's just gross.
Okay.
Oh, well.
But yeah, it's completely up to the people's discretion.
Popcorn.
Oh, Nancy. Detective work doesn't pay too well, does it?
Yeah, I might have actually gagged if we were allowed to eat from it.
Well...
Okay, so do we talk to the projector room
This
guy?
is literally just a game of talk to everybody, maybe be allowed to do one thing, and then talk to everybody again. There's a reason that I only have 2 notes,
What
and
did the
then the
police
rest
say?
are just phone numbers.
Standard procedure says I'm on my own for the next 24 hours.
Standard procedure.
They seem to think it might be a prank.
But this theater's gonna be torn down in 3 days. Did you tell them that?
I have to find some evidence to convince the police that this is a real emergency.
Well, I checked all the outside doors, and they're locked up tight. Only folks who've been in the theater all day are Brady and Simone, you and Maya, Nicholas Falcone, and myself.
How can you be sure?
Well, I've only got this one pair of eyes, so I can't say 100%.
Did you notice anything suspicious?
I was up here in the projector room, sound testing for the premiere. But I'd be disappointed in your detective work if you didn't put me through the ringer like a regular suspect.
I like him.
Sound testing. Yeah, I think I remember hearing you practicing your MC voice now that you mention it.
I reckon if the kidnapper wants the demolition stopped, they must be keeping Maya somewhere in the building.
That's a good question.
Did I mention what the kidnapper said?
Oh, I think so. Or maybe Brady told me when I saw him in the hall. He seems eager to help.
Well, anyway, I agree. She's got to be somewhere in the building, and I plan to find evidence to prove it.
That's the spirit. Now, what's your plan of attack?
Oh.
Time to start searching. Can you give me a map or some blueprints of this place?
Try calling county administration. The records division keeps that type
Oh
of
my
stuff.
gosh.
I bet a blueprint would show secret passages that even I've never found. As for the original plans, not the ones from the 56 remodel.
What was the 56 remodel all about?
J.J. Thompson, the original owner, died in 1950. His kids inherited it and decided that movie theaters were the wave of the future. Anyway, I've spent the last 40-something years finding my way around this place, so let me know if I can help.
Thanks, Joseph.
Don't let the turkeys get you down.
Just as I was going into a long dialogue coma, I heard something that was not English. Yak. You know, maybe this is why your theater is getting demolished, if you're filming such movies as Yak.
Okay, so the records department.
I have no idea. These are all the phone numbers. Royal Palladium Police, Garbage, Media Services, Hadit, Magician, Library of Congress, Talent, Georgie, Sushi Bar, Chiropractor, Shania, and Unmarked.
Well, let's try Royal Palladium.
That's where we are.
Oh.
These are all the phone numbers. Maybe call the garbage people. 555-1013. That is the sign that no one's going to answer. We can try the Royal Palladium.
7189.
Okay, so that's this phone.
The Something Records Department.
Nancy, what's the 411?
The 411?
Come on, Nancy. That's vintage slang. You know, the 411, the deal, the lowdown.
Oh, the information.
Exactly.
So, humans against the destruction of illustrious theaters. Tell me about it.
This theater's a spotted owl. It's a humpback whale. It's endangered. Illustrious buildings testify to our finest human hours. They should be celebrated, not
That's
bulldozed
awfully
to make way for cardboard
specific.
megaplexes. Need I say more?
Also, why are they showcasing a big movie that everyone's excited about and then demolishing the theater the next day?
Do you know what they plan to build on this
Yeah.
spot after the theater is gone?
What is the
Oh,
premise
it's very
of
hush
this?
hush. The name of the building firm is Wave of the Future, and the owner is some B. Thompson, descendant of J.J. Thompson, but he's never available for comment. Fishy, right? $10 says B stands for baloney.
I'll take those odds. That's
Tell
very
me
uncommon
about your
name.
relationship with the police.
All I know is they like to dig through my garbage and follow my van. Does this face say America's Most Wanted to you?
Actually, yeah. It's typically young.
I'm asking
Should I say
everyone,
it?
where were you when the kidnapping happened?
He fits the profile.
I was outside, harnessing public outrage.
I thought it was
Ask
like
anyone.
harassing.
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
No. Oh, don't do that. That's not your thing. Your thing is significantly less important.
There's a phone book.
Oh, cool. It's out of order. You do need to call somebody, I just don't know who.
I mean, we could go with the unlabeled phone number.
That's the last thing I wrote down. I can't imagine. I could just look it up.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. This is a recording.
Magician. Library of Congress? Maybe that's... Why would we call the Library of Congress? Also, why do they have a fictional number for the Library of Congress?
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. This is a recording.
Oh, go talk to Simone. And talk to Brady.
What about Puma?
Go talk to the woman who was unimpressed by kidnapping.
Okay. You also did not find my joke funny.
I'm just trying to get Twitch to work, sorry.
Oh.
Nancy Drew, Simone Mueller, don't worry, Vanishing Destiny is off. We've got bigger fish to fry.
What?
So you heard about Maya? Of course. I mean, a kidnapping? Right out of my star's dressing room? The premiere is small potatoes. It's worth more to us canceled, or at least postponed. When the news gets out, the whole nation will be watching.
Why are they camping out in the theater, by the way?
Hmm?
It's very weird.
I don't think we should get the press into this before the police have had a chance to investigate.
Press.
Where are you from? River Heights. Why? Yes, precisely. River Heights. Listen, doll, I'm from L.A. This ain't my first time at the rodeo. We'll find your friend, or Brady Armstrong will, and when he does, every girl in America will wish she'd been kidnapped instead of Maya what's-her-name. I can't believe you. No girl wants to be
Just the
kidnapped,
short one.
ever. I'm proposing a business alliance. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. We don't have to... I'd rather be crushed by an elevator. Honey, you've got spunk. Ever consider acting? This girl power thing is red hot right now. Of course, we'd have to think of a stage name. Nancy Drew is so utterly forgettable.
I also go by...
I think your phone's about to ring.
What was it? La La
Ciao.
LaRue? Or...
On your stage name? I'm thinking Samantha Quick.
Oh
You
my
love it, right?
gosh.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, they use it later. It's a thing. It's a
I'm
whole
asking
thing.
everyone, where were you when the kidnapping happened? Oh, please, Nancy. I was on the phone, doing business. But
With
if I'm
my
ever
mouth
hard-pressed for
saying
entertainment, I'm sure
words.
kidnapping would be a real hoot.
I like her. She seems very likable.
Joseph says the building was probably locked when the kidnapping happened, and that the kidnapper had to be someone who was inside the theater. Care to comment? Why don't you tell that little gray troll that I think he did it, just to keep himself from dying of boredom in this old dump. That's my comment.
Why are you here?
I think your phone's about to ring. Ciao.
Why is she here? That's honestly my question for this, because I don't understand why anyone is here. None of the motives really matter because nothing makes sense.
Any news?
Who's this Simone, and how do you know her?
Simone Mueller, CEO of my life. I mean, my agent. Focus on being wholesomely smoldering, she says, and leave the rest to me. So I do. She's been setting up Premier HQ in the women's dressing room. Haven't you heard her snarling at people on the phone?
On the phone?
How do you keep up with all of your fans, Brady? A big star like you must get hundreds of emails.
Hundreds? Try thousands. All my email goes through Simone. She reads it, she writes back. Control issues, you know?
It's actually
Off the
a pretty
record,
small
any
number
message
when
that
you
says love
consider-
Brady is just a big electronic smooch from her.
When you consider how many messages YouTubers get, a couple thousand emails is like.
But at the
actually
same
not
time,
that-
this would have been like early 2000s. I can believe it.
Well, I believe it because I don't think he's that big of a deal.
I'm asking everyone, where were you when the kidnapping happened?
Me? You think I kidnapped
Me?
her and then breezed in here just 4 minutes later? Where would I hide her? In my back pocket?
Hmm.
Maybe. I mean, this is Nancy Drew.
Okay, but where were you?
Well, I was late getting back from a haircut. This is hard for me. I think my hairline might be receding. It's miserable. Simone's gonna go through the roof.
Do you mind if I take a look around in here?
Be my guest.
Talk to you later, Brady.
Bye.
I don't like the longing way she phrased that. Talk to you later, Brady.
Well, because she's a fangirl, I guess. It seems to be the way that we've characterized her.
Just an open line to the men's dressing room.
Yeah. You know how it be. Why do they even have this? Also, if it's about to be demolished, why is there so much stuff being stored in here?
Okay, so...
Now talk to the camo guy. Like I said, this game is really just a series of conversations that you have to sit through. Wherein
That does
nothing
not sound
happens.
like fun.
Oh, I promise you, it won't be.
I mean, at least none of them is a literal 10-year-old.
That the voices are not like nails on a chalkboard, so this gets like a few props, but also
What's
nothing
up?
interesting.
Can't
is going
talk
to
long.
happen.
Gotta check on my people.
What's your attachment to saving this theater? You seem so personally invested.
Politics is personal, but with this place, it's ultra personal. My grandma, Louisa Falcone, designed the molds for all the insane plasterwork that you see in this lobby.
Isn't that a
and in the
mob
auditorium.
family?
Why would they add an R? It weakens it.
The detail is so intricate. You just don't see this kind of artistry in new
Oh
theaters
my
nowadays.
gosh.
True, but there's more. I guess the architect
I mean,
guy,
yes,
J.J.
but-
Thompson, ran out of cash before the building was done. He never
Nothing
paid
he
my
says is
grandma
going to matter,
dime
so
one,
I'm just gonna
and
take
then
these
he
off 'cause
denied
they're
that she had
hurting
ever
my
done the
ears.
work in the first place.
These are hurting my ears. This is hurting my brain. It's a whole thing.
Didn't she fight it?
Yeah, she was the artist type, not a deal maker. I guess she'd never signed any
made all the
contractual
sick
stuff with JJ,
molding you
and she
see
didn't have
around
the
here.
resources to sue him or any of that.
gnarly,
So I guess she
man.
just had to let it go.
She must have been so frustrated.
Here's the kicker. After JJ sharked her on this 2-year project, she was broke, and then the Great Depression hit. She could never afford to work as an artist again.
Was she bitter about it?
Louisa, Mother Serenity Falcone? She just kept on trucking in true Falcone style. Died at 97 without a bitter bone in her body. I think she had a happy life, but this theater holds the last artwork she ever did. Don't you see, Nancy? Saving this place is not just for history, it's for justice.
Can't you get some justice now?
My family has been trying for years, but there doesn't seem to be anything on record that links her to this place. Nancy, could you do me a favor?
I think I know what you're going to ask.
While you're searching, could you just keep your eye out?
Oh my gosh.
If I run across the name
The
Louisa
scroll bar.
Falcone
Yes.
or anything else that might help, you'll be the first to know.
You're cooler than I thought, Nancy.
I try to play it down. No, we'll go on the
And you're
offensive.
smarter than I thought.
Okay, now talk to the old guy. Angry clicking only gets you so far.
Hey there, Nancy.
So where will you go after the demolition? Are you planning to retire?
Greasewood, Arizona. My brother Jake is there. It's a tiny town with no movie theater, so we're gonna put one on the map. I got some money saved.
Tell me
So
about
how are
that
you
old key-making
enjoying
machine in the lobby. Has it
exposition
been out
so
of
far?
order long?
It's been broken for a spell. The kids lost interest in it when video games came along. But I bet it wouldn't be hard to fix. I'd love for you to see how it works. And then you can make yourself a little souvenir from the Royal Palladium. Or send a key to your sweetheart.
Oh.
Who is this J.J.
I just
Thompson
noticed
character
the chat.
anyway?
She says that she's very
Old
cold
J.J.,
and she'll be watching
owner,
from her
visionary,
bed, won't be able
wheeler
to comment.
dealer.
But she did
J.J.
come
loved
back
a
to
magic
comment,
show.
"Oof, this
He
is
had this
painful."
place built with those kind of big spectacle shows in mind.
Yeah, it is a
J.J.
cold,
also happened to love the
cold,
sight of his own mug in the mirror.
cold,
You can tell by the way he
weekend.
ornamented the
It's gonna get a
auditorium
little
with his own
warmer
head.
tomorrow.
The history of this theater is so rich. I'm surprised the city of St. Louis isn't more interested in preserving it.
Well, they are interested.
Wake me
The
up
Historical Society's been working like
it's
the
all
dickens to get this
over.
place declared a landmark.
When I'm wiser
Someone downtown has been
and
stalling.
I'm older.
They're awfully close.
All this time I was finding myself and I... Oh, he finally stopped talking?
Yeah. So what? Do we just
Now
circle?
go talk to the guy in the camo again.
So we just talked to everyone in a.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. It worked. No, no, he's gone. It worked. Go to where he was.
Humans against the destruction of illustrious theaters. I just can't get over
Had it.
how specific that is.
So this is where we find out how to call Hadit. Nick Falcone.
Also, isn't it pronounced Falcone? Like the mob
I think
family.
that names
County
are
Administration.
pronounced.
314
Ah,
555 3309.
555 3309. How is it that this is... is it that I did not write this one down? Okay. Because that's what we need. We just needed to talk to everyone so that he'd leave. And like I said, it's just about...
Because he definitely wouldn't want to pass out a flyer to someone.
You know how people be. I personally like to make a lot of business cards and then keep anyone from taking any. It's just a hobby of mine. I say, I have a business card, and they're like, cool, and I'm like, you can't have one. I didn't write it down because they added it. No, I'm
Oh.
saying that must be why I didn't write it down.
I thought you were being annoying. Also, why is there a question mark in the upper right?
Records,
Because
Madeline
why isn't
speaking.
there?
Hi,
Oh
I'm
gosh,
looking for
these
the
voices.
blueprints for the Royal Palladium Theater.
guess
Do you
I
have
should
them on
listen.
file?
Are you a county employee?
No, just a citizen on
That's
a
not as
mission.
bad as the
Okay,
police.
Well, we do keep blueprints on file. Let's
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
see. There are
They're
two
trying to
sets
sound
for
like
the
an old lady.
Palladium, 1923 and 1956. Do you have a preference?
Vaguely
1923,
that
please.
Hollywood,
The original.
Would you
Minnesotan
like to hold while I retrieve
accent.
them?
Sure, thanks.
Oh hey, they're playing like Age of Empires music.
I can't hear anything.
Ma'am?
Yes, I'm still here.
Very
Man.
strange, ma'am. They're gone.
Gone? You mean someone checked them out?
Oh, we don't allow people to check them out. You can bring the blueprints to our reading room and study them there.
Oh,
But you're not supposed
Charles.
to leave the building. I can't imagine where they could be. Hold on. Let me see if Charles knows.
Let me see if Charles knows.
It's embarrassing.
Ma'am, this is so
But in their defense, they
Charles
did
says some guy was
technically
just in
make
here
a
looking
game.
at them a few days ago.
What did he look like?
Hold on.
Oh my gosh!
Wait, this isn't what you wanted from a mystery game?
No!
Hello? Charles said the guy had a hat on. He never really got a look at the guy.
Was he young or old?
Hey, Charles? Young or old? Energetic is all Charles remembers.
Okay, well, my name is Nancy Drew.
I really
working on
thought
some
they were
things
going to
over
put
here
me
at
on
the
hold
Royal
again for
Palladium.
that
Could you do
question.
a search for the blueprints?
Sure thing. I'll put in a fine
Was he
request.
young or was he
Come back
old?
inside to
All I
7 business
remember is
days.
that he was
Next week?
vivacious.
Oh, I'm afraid I don't have that kind of time. Is there any way to expedite the search?
Call back in
Not.
5 to
The
7
guy who
business
does our
days.
misplaced material searches just returned from a month of paternity leave, and he's swamped.
I see.
This is urgent?
Yes,
So
it's
we did
urgent,
all of
right.
this
But
just to be
I'll figure
told
something out.
there's nothing
Thanks,
we
Madeline.
can do. Bye.
Bye.
Admittedly,
But
that's
it
kind
took
of...
up like 5 minutes, so the
Oh
game
my
is a lot longer,
gosh.
right? This is a good game because it takes a while. This is why you can't skip dialogue, because if you could skip the dialogue, you could finish this game in 10 minutes.
I kind of want
And
to.
you also wouldn't lose anything.
Okay, so...
It's funny, for how bad I'm roasting this, you'd think I don't like Nancy Drew games, but it's just the opposite. They're my favorite games of this kind.
So, do we just circle around and talk to everyone again?
I guess.
How about Fancy Jackson? It's a little disco, but I think you could pull it off.
How long have you been Brady's agent?
I discovered him on an electric spring morning 6 years ago.
This is all very
He was working
interesting
the original
information
Coney
that
Dog
helps with
stand
the
on Sunset
kidnapping.
Boulevard. It was pure luck. I was craving an all-beef frank at 7 a.m. It's been the jewel in my crown ever since.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Also, can I
Ciao.
talk about the crime against humanity, which is how they rendered her hair for some reason? Like, why did they do that to her?
I haven't noticed.
I mean, no one's hair looks good in this. Like, it's all kind of a disaster. Brady's hair is the worst. Like, oh my gosh. He's supposed to be good looking,
Need me help?
Talk to you later,
but he
Brady.
looks like I
Don't be a
just cut
stranger.
his hair. Having never before cut hair.
He
Basically, you
does kind
circle
of have
around,
that...
You talk to everyone. Oh,
My mom cut my hair hairstyle.
yes.
It's sort of hairstyle.
This is the way we eat up time,
Hey there, Nancy.
Gotta go now.
Atta girl.
Okay, so there's something we've...
Hey there, Nancy.
Oh,
Gotta go now.
Atta girl.
atta girl.
Watch
can't
out there,
do
Nancy.
anything while
That
he's
projector's
there.
crumbling like a prehistoric cookie.
You can't do anything while he's there.
So... I mean, we have a gear, but we need 2 gears for that puzzle box.
Yeah.
We also need a long stick. Because Nancy can't climb.
Just talk to everyone again.
No, I can't. I literally tried everyone and none of
Did
them...
you try the front dude?
The front dude's not there.
Check his area again. Look at the Hadit brochure.
I did, though.
I know, but a cutscene was supposed to happen.
Really?
Mm-hmm. click his picture, maybe? Now back up. Dang it. Go forward. Can you take any of the pens?
Nope. Can't take anything.
I wonder if you have to call everyone. Oh no, wait, we're supposed to have both gears.
Well, we need a long stick.
This is the worst.
Trying to think of where I might have missed a stick-like object. But no, yeah, like, we both like Nancy Drew games.
You need a magic wand. It's in a closet of the dressing room. Look at the men's dressing room. See, I'm not willing to do pixel searching in this.
Yeah, neither am I. Not if it's gonna be like how it has been. Oh, it's right here at the top.
Now go get the gum.
Now look at ourselves.
I love that our streams are just a series of inside jokes that, unless you watch the exact YouTubers, I want this theater to be around as long as possible,
so you
people
can't
can watch
go-
as many Brady Armstrong movies as they want. Hey, the
You
navigation
can't go
is kind of brilliant.
here from the front, so you have to go
I
from the
think
back
technically you
and
can.
turn around. I can't find a way.
Now go up the stairs.
But yeah, that is a struggle I run into with these streams, is that, like, I have a lot of inside joke type of things that it's like I like referencing videos that I've watched.
Yeah. Yay, we have cogs. Now go
Yay.
downstairs and do the box. Now bear in mind, I don't think any of this will actually be important to finding Maya. But it will be something to take up time.
Yeah, well, it'll be progress.
Progress is good.
Chugga 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 chugga. Chugga chugga chugga.
It looks like the gears are missing.
Dear Mr. Houdini, congratulations on your latest unbelievable feat. Honestly, I was assured that the watery grave. My point is, I do not have By transferring 50% ownership of the Royal Palladium Theatre into your name, just think of it. Stupendous, a man.
Basically, this is how we find out that J.J. Thompson doesn't own the whole thing. J.J. Thompson owns 50% and Harry Houdini owns the other 50%.
And we didn't take this?
Nope. Because that would be evidence. Nancy only steals keys.
Now what on earth? Oh, the boys' dressing room.
Why do you want to go into the boys' dressing room?
Because it has a locked drawer.
Oh.
It's the only key that I can think of that we've run into.
Right, but if Brady's in there, I don't know if you're going to be able to.
It's locked. It's locked.
Come on.
Okay, now go to the front and look at the Hadid poster, or talk to them.
Need me help?
Why are you so interested in helping me?
Well, Maya was kidnapped from my dressing room after all. I just can't help thinking maybe they meant to kidnap me.
Talk to you later, Brady.
Bye.
He's not as stupid as he is.
I made it say days.
I can tell that you're really invested.
I want this game to be over.
Well, I have some good news and some bad news. We're getting closer, and we're nowhere near.
How goes the search?
I found some of JJ's personal documents inside a secret panel in the basement.
Well, don't just stand there. Start breaking it down.
I'm sorry, did he just go into a Indian
Did you ever
accent
hear
there?
about a challenge that J.J. Thompson issued to Harry Houdini back in 1925?
Stop breaking it down.
Yeah, and?
J.J. put up a big reward for this Houdini challenge. He must have thought the escape was impossible, but Houdini did it, and J.J. didn't have the reward money.
What does this have to do with the ownership of the theater?
From what I can tell, J.J. had to give Harry Houdini 50% of the theater
Yeah.
as the reward.
Ha! Serves that swindler JJ right. Nancy, do you realize what this means?
I'm working on a couple of theories.
If Thompson didn't own the
I
whole
can
place,
enjoy
then whoever
dialogue-heavy
inherited from Thompson
adventure games
doesn't
like
legally
Telltale's
own
games,
the whole place either.
but it has to be structured in a certain way, not
Which means they
like
don't
the
have
Nancy
the
Drew
authority to knock this
games.
building down.
For one thing,
We've
the
got to find out
dialogue
what
has
happened
to
to his
be
half of the ownership.
important
You keep looking for Maya.
and
I've got a
or
laptop up my
interesting.
van.
Yeah.
I'll get online and do some research. Check
You,
back
you
soon.
really need
Catch
to
you
have
later.
one or the other.
On the flip side.
Okay, now look
now,
at it.
Now look at it, I guess.
Nick
and then-
Falcone had it.
And then back up.
Nancy?
Yay!
Wait till you see this. Come to the projection room.
He shouted through the ductwork.
The PA system.
PA systems don't echo like that.
If you set it to echo, they do.
Not unless it's like...
Nancy, take a look at this.
Take a look at this.
Where did you find it?
Brady found it.
This should be enough evidence to get the police over here, don't you think?
I should think so. Give the police a call. And then
It's
you better
not-
go back to your hotel and get some rest.
Just when I have a lead? No way! I've got to keep searching.
You won't be any help to Maya if you get too tired to think.
Well, I guess you have a point there.
Go ahead and use the phone in the ticket booth. I'll be down in a minute.
Why is he saying that he'll be down in a minute? He's like, go to your hotel room, I'll be down in a minute.
Also, notice how suspicious it is that he just happened upon her press pass, and
Well, he said that Brady gave it to him.
yeah, but he said it in a sort of, oh, I hadn't thought this through sort of way.
Oh, well, you know.
Okay, what's the...
555-1422.
Are we gonna get the cartoon character again?
Well, cops sound funny, right?
St. Louis Police
You know
Department.
how cops
Yeah,
be.
we got the...
Please hold. Missing persons, this is Ramsey.
Voice actors
Hi,
cost
Sergeant
money,
Ramsey.
Peter.
This is Nancy Drew. I spoke to you earlier today about the disappearance of my friend, Maya Wen.
Hello, Miss Drew. You're calling to tell me that you found your friend, I hope.
I wish that were true, sir. No, she's still missing. I'm calling to report that I have the evidence you asked for.
What did you find?
Someone else here at the theater found Maya's press pass. It was clipped to her shirt when she went into the dressing room. It must have been torn off when she was kidnapped.
Or it fell off. Or she just tossed it.
Maya is very
Yeah, that
serious about her
wouldn't
work,
be
Sergeant Ramsey.
sufficient
She never goes anywhere without that pass. And she would not willingly leave it behind.
I found her lipstick. Does that help?
Damaged in any way?
No.
Was anything disturbed in the area where it was found?
I don't know. I'm not the one who found it.
Okay, well, thanks for checking in, Miss Drew. Tomorrow, we'll definitely be out to investigate. Someone will take a look at the press pass then.
But you said that if I found evidence, you'd investigate
It's
the
not...
theater today.
Take a hint, Nancy!
Miss Drew, but we can't go chasing after every kid who decides to take a leave of
It's
absence.
funny, I still rank this higher than the game that comes after it, just because at least this one is just boring.
What game takes after... I mean...
The next game is The Secret of the Scarlet Hand.
Nicholas Falcone?
So as bad as this is, at least it's
Haddock is
just boring
demonstrating
and kind of
against the
stupid.
demolition in front of the theater. Nicholas has set up shop in the lobby. I've spoken to him. I'm not involved with him.
Are you aware of the allegations against Mr. Falcone's character, Miss Drew?
Allegations?
Against his character?
According to his own rules. He'll do just about anything to save a theater, and he's not afraid to use extreme tactics.
What kind of extreme tactics?
You name it. Vandalism, sabotage, chaining himself to demolition machinery.
Is that right?
Oh my
Last year there was a situation over in
gosh.
Nashville. Just when the oldest theater in the city is about to be torn down, and mind you, Haddock is there in full force, a girl goes missing. So happens she's the daughter of the demolition boss. They go crazy looking for her. There's a call, just like the one you described. Anyway, to make a long story short, the demolition is called off. And 3 weeks later, the girl is seen snuggling up to Falcone in a Memphis coffee shop.
Are you suggesting Nicholas is staging this thing?
I'm just saying that there's more to situations like these than meets the eye. Nick Falcone is a real operator and he likes to humiliate the police. I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon here with this whole Royal Palladium thing and let him make my unit look like a bunch of chumps.
I see.
So you aren't gonna have any credit with us if you join ranks with him.
Does he have a criminal record?
Oh, minor stuff. Disorderly conduct, trespassing, yada yada yada. But Nick Falcone can slime his way out of a sticky situation like no one I've ever seen. Unfortunately, there's no jail sentence for being a royal pain in the neck.
There are no good citizenship awards for it either.
Look, I know you're worried, but for now, there's nothing we can do. And there's nothing you can do either. Why don't you go home and get some rest? I'm sure you've had a long day.
Well, this has
And
been
there are
very
a lot of
informative,
guys in this
Sergeant
game who
Ramsey.
want Nancy
I'll talk
to go to
you
bed.
tomorrow.
Good night, Miss Drew.
That's uncomfortable. Anyway, so that is the end of day 1.
I heard the whole thing, Nancy. Go get some sleep. I'll keep
I
an eye
had
on
my
things till morning.
oh my gosh. I had my ear to the door the whole time.
This is what normal people do. Anyway, I think this is a good pausing point.
Okay.
So that was day 1 of the final scene.
Oh my gosh.
So let's talk about the positives.
I
You got
liked
anything?
finding the secret passageways.
Yeah.
The intro was cool.
I think the setting is very pretty. I like Nancy Drew things that are set at theaters.
Yeah.
it's a cool setting. I'll say that for us. But yeah, this is going to be a bit of a slog of a game.
Fun.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us for
whatever this was. A recitation of a video game.
And, yeah, we'll see you next time. I will... What time is it?
2:41.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably be back in a few minutes with something else, but for now, take care and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.